welcome back to the channel. And I do apologize, guys, for not putting up a Marvel Feature Fight video in a long time, man. I'm really finding with the game that I see a lot of the same old with each update, and it makes me a little bit bored. It doesn't mean that I don't enjoy playing the game. I do. I'm going to show you guys a run at the end of this video with Rogue doing stage 79 against Ultron, which was awesome, and she's awesome. But unfortunately, she was a paywall uniform. Well, in this update, it's a mutant update, we really got pretty screwed again. Now, let me explain why we got screwed, guys. And I do apologize that the video that I come back with is a complaining video, but I think it's a video worth complaining about because, or I think it's an update worth complaining about because I feel like they really screwed us. So let's jump into the epic quest, guys, because we got an epic quest, which is, the same old milquetoast crap that we normally get with these epic quests. Nothing new, nothing innovative, nothing creative, just the same old crap that we always get with our research progress and whatever. But what I want to focus on is the characters that we get and the character that we get at the total end. So at the very beginning, whenever you start off, you're going to play with Havoc. You're going to get Havoc. Now, Havoc is actually, a pretty cool character. Unfortunately, all he's really going to be relegated to is a leadership. And, and this leadership, I think, goes up to 50% increase to mutant allies, or to all allies, I'm sorry. And that's good. It's good that he's going to be support, but he does have a tier 3. But in the day and age of tier 4s, unfortunately, tier 3 characters really don't get the shine. But as far as Havoc is concerned, I'm happy about him. Even if he's weak, which I have no idea yet because I went through the epic quest, I've been able to level him up, he still is going to be a really good leadership. So, not so bad as far as Havoc is concerned, and it's really good to see him in the game. It's nice to get a new character. That's awesome. But then we come to Exodus. Exodus, guys, is crap because all he is a tier 2 character. That alone, I don't even need to look at his kit. In this day and age, in 2024, getting tier 2 characters is junk. It is total crap, total shite. Netmarble should only introduce characters that have awakened skills or tier 3s at this point in the game. Whenever they do this crap, they give us these tier 2s. It's like, oh yay, another character for Shadowland. Thank you so much. A game mode where a lot of players only go to stage 35 and they're pretty much done. Yeah, there's some hardcore ones out there, shout out to you guys, that might go to 100, 150 stages, whatever it may be. But for a lot of us, we don't, right? So having an extra character for Shadowland is useless, and obviously you can't play him in most of the game modes in the game. And that is a crying shame because Exodus is OP as hell in comics. So that is a real bummer. Now we'll come back to as far as whether or not he's going to get a tier 3 in the future because, we could get a mid-month patch, or we will get a mid-month patch, and they could be adding some things. Then we get into Rachel Summers. Now, Rachel Summers is kind of a pain because this is a character you actually have to farm for through the dimension missions. Now, this can be a real freaking nightmare trying to get characters from here. Some of you, if you've been playing for a long time, you probably already have her. But if you haven't been playing this game for a very long time, you probably, more than likely, don't have her. And she is going to be a real nightmare to get. Now, you can actually maybe get her from here, or you could actually get her maybe from crafting in here, where you craft for X genes, and maybe you could get her from here. It is possible, right? But most people are going to be trying to get her from the dimension missions, and it's just highly unlikely to get her. Now, she does have an awakening skill, and they did give her a new uniform. Now, something I want to talk about is her new uniform. Now, it does look really cool. I like it. And if you notice, the uniform effect is actually really good with the basic increase to defenses and decrease off damage received, which is kind of screaming PvP. But if you look at this change skills, you look at her leadership, this is something that changed where it applies to all Phoenix allies, right? You still have the increased mind resist by 40%, but now you also have a debuff, which is awesome, right? For the Phoenix Force allies, that is insane for PvP. Super, super good. But when you look at everything else, you look at her passive, right? You're going to notice that she has no ignore iframe in her kit. Now, why is this important? Why is it important that she doesn't have ignore iframe? Well, the reason it's important is because they actually gave her an artifact that's actually really suited for PvP. Now, it can be used for PvE. It absolutely could be used for PvE, but this thing does give her a revive, which is pretty damn awesome, guys. So if she had ignore iframe, this would be a lot more appealing since she has an awakened skill now. Maybe she could compete a little bit, maybe in timeline, but what this screams to me is AC. And just like Shadowland, there's just a lot of players. I know some of you play AC, but a lot of players don't, right? It just sucks that you're just going to only use a character for that. But she will have a good leadership. So maybe for some players, if they're using Jean Grey in PvP, or maybe some of these other Phoenix Force characters, maybe they'll be pretty happy with her, and and the fact that she's going to have that better leadership, right? So there is that, and she does look cool. I mean, I do like the look of the uniform. And then we jump back in here and we take a look at Kid Omega. Now, Kid Omega, you can actually farm for, which is awesome, guys. You can actually get him from Broken Home right in this game mode right here, which is no problem. So that's all good. They gave him an awakened skill, no uniform, but, they gave him an awakened skill. Would have been better if they gave him a uniform, because obviously his damage is not going to be very good at all. I mean, when he showed up in the game, he was pretty damn strong, but unfortunately, not anymore. And we'll come back to Cyclops in a little bit because I got a bit of a rant about him. But then we get to Cable. Cable, godly. Best character here, easily, at least in my opinion, but I am more PvE oriented. Godly character, amazing, especially if he has his newest uniform. He is awesome. Love him to death. And then we get into Hope Summers, right? Now, Hope Summers is the Crystal Wall Epic Quest character, and they raised the price of the crystals, right, to 7,700 crystals, which really sucks. Now, you can spend $50, or you can spend 7,700 crystals for her. Obviously, you guys can see that I haven't spent nothing, and I don't know if I will. I really don't, because here's the problem with Hope Summers. Hope Summers is only a tier 2 character. She doesn't have a tier 3. She doesn't have an awakened skill. So what's the point? What is the point? I mean, her and Exodus both got the shaft. They just give both these characters tier 2s, and that's it. And I realized that they could give a tier 3 to one of these characters in the future, or awakened skills. I realized that. I realized maybe in the mid-month they could do it. But whenever you start off an update like this, and they just introduce these tier 2 characters, it really just rubs players the wrong way. Right? Maybe they'll make up for it in the future and they'll give awakened skills, tier 3s, whatsoever. But honestly, this should have been a native tier 3 character. We are at a point in time in this game where our crystal character should have been a native tier 3. Hope Summers should have been a native tier 3 character. And if you take a look at Hope Summers' artifact, if you take a look at this thing, right? Click on this baby right here. Her artifact is actually pretty damn insane, because it actually buffs up all the other mutants on the team, similar to Valkyrie's artifact that buffs up everybody on team as far as increasing damage to supervillains, which is awesome, and decreasing damage from supervillains. She has an insane artifact. So those are two OP artifacts that are extremely hard to get for both Rachel and Hope Summers, which is pretty rough to get, right? And then you have Madeline Prior. Now, Madeline, guys, looks absolutely bunko, right? She looks crazy. I love the way her skills look. I'm so happy that Jean Grey's clone is in the game. She looks sick as hell. She looks sick. I mean, look at the skills, right? And this is what really upsets me, right? I look at these skills and I think to myself, oh my Lord, just look at this, right? So badass, man. So freaking cool. Right, we're going to knock off that tier 3 here. All right, I'm just kind of building that thing up. Build up that... Oh, look at the AoE on that thing. As she sits in the chair, the throne. Look at all the residual damage. Oh, it's sick, guys. Really, really sick animations. And she looks gorgeous, right? I mean, really one of the most beautiful characters in the game. I'm a little sucker for a bit of a sadist-looking woman, but oh my God, she is phenomenal looking. But you do all this work, you level up all these characters for Madeline, right? For a tier 2 character. And again, just like I said earlier, with Hope Summers, being the Crystal Wall character, that she should have been a native tier 3, the least they could have done is at least made Madeline a native tier 3. Why is it that Sentry was a native tier 3 how many years ago? And we get another epic quest and the Goblin Queen as a tier 2? Yes, she has a tier 3 available, right? But with all the resources and all the work that you have to do to get this character, she should be a native tier 3 at this point. This is ridiculous, right? Once again, Netmarble kind of giving us a bit of the shaft. And this really makes you angry, because if you really want Madeline to be OP, well, actually, let's take a look at some here. If you really want to take a look at Madeline here, right? If you look at Madeline's skills, she does have a counterattack, and she does have ignore iframe, which kind of screams PvP right in itself, especially when you look at her skills. Well, once again, if you jump into the artifact setup here and you take a look at good old Madeline, look what she's got. She has the undead passive. which means that at tier 3, she might be competitive in PvP. She might actually put in some work in PvP. I mean, Adam Warlock at tier 3 can get some kills in PvP. And if this girl's got that undead passive, it could make her way better. It happened to Wolverine in the past. It happened to Hela in the past. This undead passive is very, very powerful, especially for PvP. So you're going to go through all this work, and you're going to have a hell of a time trying to get this artifact for this girl. Now, if they would give us this artifact, right, it wouldn't be so bad. But the thing is, when you're trying to farm for these artifacts, it can get extremely expensive, and there's just an insane amount of RNG. We have 3 artifacts, 2 of them especially that are super OP, and this one being the most OP for PvP for Madeline, for the character that you got to farm so much for, and yet you still get her at tier 2. Just absolute shite, guys. Like, just ridiculous what Netmarble has done. And then we're going to get to last, but definitely not least as far as the gripes, and that is Cyclops. They gave this character a tier 4, and they didn't even give him a uniform? They didn't give the character a uniform? You're going to tell me you're going to give all the other tier 4 characters a new uniform, but you're not going to give Cyclops one. So what does that mean? It means that most people aren't going to tier 4 them. They're not going to do anything with them, right? So it really doesn't help Netmarble's pocketbooks because people aren't using their materials. It really doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, maybe they could give a uniform in a mid-month patch, but that's pretty freaking redundant, or that's pretty stupid. They should have given it now. Why in the hell didn't they give a new uniform for Cyclops? Right? The guy's got a tier 4, so he's literally a support character that could have been really awesome, but no, we're not going to give him a uniform. We're just going to screw us. So they literally made the Epic Quest character a tier 2, right? Should have been a tier 3, right? In order to make her good, like really good in PvP, you have to get that artifact. So for a lot of players that don't have the artifact, she's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Same thing with Rachel Summers, more than likely, although you can make an argument maybe she doesn't need the artifact because it's a revive. She doesn't ignore iframe in her kit. She might be fairly strong, but let's be honest, guys. When it comes to damage, it's always about the tier 3 characters. Or I'm sorry, it's all about the tier 4 characters. Even when tier 3 characters are super strong, people just focus on the level 80s, the tier 4s, because they are just way more godly, right? That's just kind of the way power creep works. People love those super, super strong characters, as in the one I'm going to show you at the end of this video, like Rogue, right? Like this tier 4 character, right? A character that has a normal ranked uniform, a character that has a regular rage, and still could do stage 79 Ultron. That's OP as hell. And that's what people are really looking for. Just coincidence that she is a mutant. Shame that this was a paywall uniform. But that is insane for her to be able to do that kind of damage and that high stage against Ultron. And that's the kind of stuff we like to see. We can't expect it all the time, but that's the kind of stuff we really want to see, especially after giving us this paywall uniform. They really should have made this update way better for everybody, man. You got characters that are really, really hard to get. You got 2 tier 2 characters going to be absolutely useless for the most part for most players. You have characters that need artifacts, or otherwise they're probably going to be fairly useless as well, except maybe in AC, maybe in certain niche situations in the game. So to me, this update is a bust, guys. It's a real shit update. Yes, I'm happy that we're getting some new characters. I'm happy that Havoc's in the game. I'm happy that Exodus is in the game and the Goblin Queen. I'm super excited about the characters being in the game. But if you're not going to play with them, if you're not going to get to use them, then, well, what's the point, right? What's the point of getting these characters and not being able to really use them in the game? But maybe time will say something different. Maybe this update will get better as we go. Maybe we'll find there's going to be more uses of these characters. Maybe some of these tier 3s is going to be super, super OP. And you know what? Maybe I'll change my tune a little bit. But as of right now, I'm really not happy with this update at all. And then, of course, they gave us the new Odin's Blessings, more power creep, blah, 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 blah. Nobody really cares about that unless you're a massive whale. But let me know what you guys think about this update. Also, let me know what you think about Rogue getting it done against Stage 79 Ultron. And I do stream on YouTube and Twitch. The link to Twitch is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care. LT, I have no idea. By the way, what's up? I have no idea who's coming in next. Nah, Rogue's awesome for this. She's a bad mofo, man. Just got to get in that good run is all you need. But the thing that's nice about her is her survivability is God tier. A lot better than Luna. A lot better. I can pretty much just sit here and face tank with her all day. And I really don't have to worry about her too much. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 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 go. Run through the hills. Never mind, we're not. Oh, my day's going pretty good, LT. Not too bad. Trying to get it done, you know, trying to get it clear here. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, I love it when Ultron just sits there and just stays all centered. Oh, it's so nice. Like, bruh, keep it up, man. Get down here, get down here. It's all good, it's all good. We can take that shot. We can take that shot. It ain't a big deal. It ain't a big deal, man. It ain't a big deal. There we go, there we go. And we're already nice and healed up. Okay, we're gonna run around, run around. Oh, yeah. I love how I have no goddamn... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's all good, LT, man. You got things to do, bro. You got things to do. It's all good. You're here now, right? Oh, yeah. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, Rogue. Come on, Rogue. Okay. Run, 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 run. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. You can do it. I know you can, baby doll. I know you can do it, baby doll. Oh, boy. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, 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 girl. Come on, girl, come on, girl, come on, girl, come on, girl. It's over. Yeah! Say 79, Rogue getting it done with a regular rage. Oh, yeah. No crazy build here at all. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Get a load of this girl's build. Right? Get a load of this girl's build. Okay? Let me show you what's up with Rogue. Check it out. Normal ranked uniform. Regular frickin' rage. Right? She's got some Urus, right? But that's it. No Odin's blessings on her at all. Getting it done. That is my girl. No artifact. She whooping some serious butt.